Hello, it's me, and time for some more unboxings. So this one comes from, well, a guy by the name of Zem. He's, I believe he's from Texas is where he hails from. And this is going to help spur more representations of a collection that I'm starting anyway. If not starting, then at least trying to complete. But in any case, let's see what we've got. Now, he's responsible for a whole lot of interesting mods. I don't have anything from him currently until now. So what aspect of my series, of my collection, am I trying to complete? And what did he help me out with? So, fairly easily wrapped. And what we have is a barrel. So, what kind of a barrel is this? What kind of a barrel do we have? Just check the motions here a little bit on the stiff side. There we go. So as you can hear from the clicky kind of mechanism, this obviously comes from a V-Cube. And let's see how many layers. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 6x6. So this is a 6-layer barrel puzzle. And like I say, it's got the clicks, which in some ways kind of help orient as to when I'm at the level that I need to be at. So the problem with barrels is sometimes when you're turning it, you're not always sure when you're at the layer that you need. Move this over here and move this over here. I might break this in a little bit. What's interesting is he's got 2 stickers on the same side. So this and this, these stickers here, they actually represent one side, or one piece rather, not one side, but one piece, even though there's 2 stickers with that. And then you've got these stickers over here. So we have our 6-layer barrel. And just to kind of go through other aspects of the collection, starting off with, I've got the 3-layer barrel over here. I don't have a 4-layer, but I do have a 5-layer barrel. Here's the 6. I don't have a 7, but I do have Crazy Bad's 8-layer barrel. The color scheme is different, but that's okay. So I've got the 8-layer barrel. And just for completeness sake, I do have a domino version of that, a 1x2x2 version of a barrel. And I've got the cylinder square one type puzzle over here too. So I've got that as something else to add to that. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to fill in some gaps here. I've got 3, I need a 4. I've got 5, I've got 6, I need a 7, I've got 8, and at some point maybe 9 and a 10. So puzzle builders, collectors, or sellers, let me know if you can help me complete that. But spotlighting this here, we've got the V-Cube 6. We've got the 6-layer barrel. And I'll just check the motion here a little bit. Again, it's got a slightly clicky mechanism here, but it seems otherwise stable. With all of these modifications, I've got to be careful how I move it. But looks like he did a pretty good job. The thing about the V-Cube mechanism is with every turn, it feels almost like I'm pulling at the layers here a little bit. There we go. Turn, turn. Now, what's appealing about this is the fact that it's an even layer puzzle. Being an even layer puzzle, it's going to enhance the solve strategy a little more than just a little bit. As you recall, I did do a walkthrough solve of the 8-layer, and that was a beast. This one took a lot of doing. So I'm thinking maybe this will be the same thing, just not quite as long. So there you have it, 6x6 barrel. Should be a lot of fun to solve. Thanks for watching. Hello, it's me and another mystery unboxing. So I'll tell you that this comes from the same guy who I got the Praxis Cube and also the Master Tetrahedron. So Praxis Cube, Master Tetrahedron, so who knows what may come through here, but his work is incredible. His work is really, really good. So I'm very excited to see what this is. And I bought a bunch recently, so I'm not quite sure which, but I'm going to find out right now. So peel this away here, peel this away here. So these are handmade puzzles, usually modifications. Expertly done. Put away all these little chips here, and let's see what we've got. It's a sizable looking puzzle. peel our way through here. Oh, bubble wrap. Bubble wrap. Through here, and okay. It is, let's gear this down here, a pretty unique looking puzzle. Got a star over here. And the question is, what is it? And what is this a modification of? All right, well, the turning is great. The turning is perfect. We can turn about this axis here. We can turn about this axis. So it basically looks like a Megaminx, but with 3 layers here. This, I believe, is called the Pentanova. It's a pentagonal prism, and that it has 5 sides. Nice little star here. This is actually not a shape mod of anything. It's closely related to a 3x3x2, but it's really built from the ground up. So looking at the movement here, this just moves in one direction, so it really does have a 3x3x2 type look to it. So it moves in 180 degrees. So I'll be curious to see how the solve of this compares to, say, a Megaminx versus a 3x3x2 by doing domino techniques. I've got centers to deal with. I've got, centers to deal with, edges to deal with, and corners to deal with. Then I've got these middle layers over here. So I'm just going to take a look here, and I'll give it a good scramble. And again, they're 180 degree type turns. Okay, so this is what it looks like scrambled. Move this along over here. And I'm wondering about the technique in terms of solving this puzzle. What I would have to do, it looks like all of these edges are the same, so there's a possibility of equivalencies. But my thinking is, like with any domino, like a 4x4x3, or not a 3x3x2, but like a 4x4x3, is to solve the middle layer first and let that kind of guide things. So I'm going to play around with this a little bit because I can't do it just by positioning. I've got these two here. I need to find a green to go here and a purple to go here. Well, here's the green, so I can try to lift that into place. This does take this spot over here, but it doesn't seem to want to move there quite avidly unless I move this out of the way, bump this over here, maybe even turn this here. But I'd have to turn this out of the way first. Turn, turn, turn. That doesn't want to go there. So maybe it's got to go on the other side. And turn. So these line up. But how do I line everything else? So this comes over here to be red, and this comes over to here. Aha! So this is what I call an intuitive part of the solve. Notice I didn't really have any algorithms, I just kind of moved things into position, but I'll tell you that as I was doing that, there's a specific configuration where I had 2 that were in, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 that were in, but these that just couldn't match. So I had to just flip things around to do that. So now that I have these, I can let the centers here coordinate what's supposed to be where. So this needs to come up over here. So that means I'm going to turn this here. And then just as quick as I did that, turn this over here. I have to turn this back. I might as well put a blue one up here while I can. Turn this over here. And turn this back over here. So not too shabby. Now this needs to come up to here. And this is just standard domino technique. Move this in and turn this over here. So that's in. Now I got to put these guys in. Well, this is already in. All of these are already in except for these guys. So I'm going to do my swinging U technique, which a concept that I've introduced. And that's where I take what's bottom here and have to line it up over to here. So I do a 2R to put it in. Then I'm going to put this into the L position over here. Do a 2L to get it out of the way. Bring it back, swing the U back over here. 2R to get this back. Swing this over here, and a 2L. And that gets that back in. Now to place this, simply do the same thing. So really, I've got standard domino techniques. 2R to put it in. Swing the U over here to the L position. 2L, swing it back over here. 2R, swing it here. and 2L. So that wasn't too difficult, but I can kind of anticipate that that wouldn't be the difficult part. The difficult part is this guy. What I'm going to try, actually, is I'm going to try a variation of that algorithm where, let's see, come to think of it, which one do I want to switch? If I want to flip-flop, what do I want to flip-flop? If I flip-flop these two, well, let's see. Let's say I wanted to flip-flop these two. This to go here. A similar algorithm, I'd have to bear in mind that this is a 5-sided thing. So 2R, 2U, 2R, 2UI, 2R. And, well, that's interesting, because what actually happened is all of these got placed. I just have parity with this. So, okay, that was unexpected. Now, how do I flip this back? Well, to flip this back, I think it has to do with these edges here. And what if I did a edge swap? 2R, 2U, 2R, 3U, 2R. Now that's interesting, that brought that back, and these kind of got messed up over here. So yeah, I'm going to have some fun with this one, but I sort of see what that algorithm did by doing the 2Rs, by bringing that in. So what if I did something like that again? 2R, 2U, 2R, 2UI, 2R. Flip that. I'll go, actually I probably don't even need to do that. UI. What if I did 2R, 2UI, 2R, 2U, 2R. So I seem to have a pattern of flipping this by doing that little algorithm. The question is, how do I do it in such a way to where these can get flipped at the same time with this? Well, what if I didn't do it according to here? What if I did it just offside here? Maybe this is too far. So let's start with this right next to the two corners that are in. 2R, 2U, 2R, 2UI, 2R. It doesn't touch the bottom, it causes a flipping here. And this was sort of put off kilter there, so what if I then turn this over here and I did the same thing? That same thing would get this back, and let's see what it does with this. 2R, 2U, 2R, 2UI, 2R. This comes back and we end up sort of at the same place. So I think the key lies somewhere within that algorithm and positioning. So let's try this. 2R, 2U, 2R, 2UI, 2R. Okay, we've got these two and these two that are positioned fine. Move this over here. Move this over here. 2R, 2U, 2R, 2UI, 2R, and it's solved. Done. Okay, so what you saw was a little bit of an introduction into how to solve a brand new puzzle using algorithms. It's a little bit of intuition and a little bit of the use of commutators and known algorithms. Do I know exactly what I did and how I did it? Not really, but I have certain suspicions about how things moved. By doing the 2R, U, 2R, UI, 2R, I was really just doing corner swaps, but applying it to the pentagram. So I think what was happening is certain edges were considered to be fused as one. So if I look at this as one edge over here, and look at these two as having to swap, then I think that that's the key as to how that happened. Anyway, if you're curious as to more details on how to solve this, I'll let you know. But this was an actual unboxing, testing, scrambling, and solving, all done at the same time. Anyway, this was made by Cubulum, and once again, an excellent puzzle, fun puzzle, great addition to the collection, and I'm going to play around with this more. Thanks for watching.